we are now pleased to welcome Carlos Vásquez González, a student at the Faculty of Medicine, who will be sharing with us his opinion on university life. With that, I ask you to give your full attention to Carlos and help me in welcoming him to the stage.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. For those who may think that I look like Kermit the Frog, he stole my look today. So no. As I started thinking about what should I do for this specific monologue, and I said, so many good ideas came to my mind. First thing I said, let's talk about love life. Is single the new black? But then I said, nobody will be interested in my reckless love life, so moving forward with that. Then I started thinking about, let's do a TV or something detective in the hospital. I'm a doctor. But then again, I didn't want to expose my colleagues or the Cantabrian healthcare system. So I said, no, let's focus on something else. Then it dawned on me, languages. So this is a very interesting contest for us to be able to speak another language. And Spain, it's famous for its unwillingness to open to other languages. And then I said, why don't I find things to motivate other people to speak a foreign language, and not necessarily English. In school, and I did conduct interviews with most students from the university, and I've heard most of them blame the education system because they couldn't get that many past the to be verb in primary school and secondary school. But I said, let's try to find motivation for these people that are not willing to open for a new language. So I started thinking about what are the most important things that we should actually be doing to get a new language. Then I said, let's focus on 3 things. Let's talk about business, happiness, and love. And then I said, business. What can I get out of a new language within business? And I said, it's really good, it's really good. So the first thing that I thought is, the University of Cantabria invests a lot of money in entrepreneurship and actually on bringing new ideas, bringing new things to the table. I actually am part of the E2 group, but that is held in the other part of the university. And they invest a lot of money in people getting new ideas to become really relevant in the market. And I said, okay, if you want to start your new business or if you want to start your new idea, maybe you're an application, maybe, or something on your phone, then why not make it worldwide? So right, Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world, but you're limiting yourself to Latin America and Spain. In Europe, fortunately, Spanish is not a very relevant language. German, French, English, and then Spanish. And in Latin America, it's the most spoken language. It's true, but the big commerce, it's within German, English, and French. Well, I'm not going to go to Asia, but I'm going to remain on this side of the world. That's one part of the business. Second, to build your curriculum. So companies are really interested in getting people with 2 languages. English, everyone, and, well, in Spain, obviously Spanish. But if you add that one more language within your curriculum, if you add French, German, Chinese, you're on the way. You have at least half of your things done. Then you say, Guten Morgen, bonjour, and the job is yours. Because the fact that you're able to speak 4 languages, that's an award already. Then, that's for your curriculum. Then for businesses, if you want to become part of a very successful company, the company won't hire you if you don't speak more than 1 language. I believe me, I've been looking for jobs, and companies are really interested that you are able to travel, not just Europe, not just Spain, because most of the companies, they have multiple sites within the world, and they want you to be able to communicate from headquarters globally. So that's a very good thing about languages. Now, happiness. So most of the people in this region of the room were millennials. We're born between 1984 and 2004. Our thought of happiness is different than other side of the rooms. Our happiness is to travel, to open our minds to different cultures. And those different cultures not necessarily speak Spanish. they speak Chinese, they speak Mandarin, they speak different languages, and it's nice to be able to travel the world and be able to communicate with people and on their own language and learn their culture. That's beautiful. That's something that money can buy. And then love. People in Europe, you don't need passports to travel within this beautiful continent. You can travel to Hungary. You can fall in love with Budapest. You can fall in love in Prague. And Paris is the capital of the world. But if you're not able to communicate with other people, that's a big no-no. And that's a showstopper for everybody. The fact that you're able to learn that language and make that little effort to get to know the other person's culture, that means a lot. It's the same thing that when other people come to Spain and they stumble within Spanish, and you say, oh my God, that's so cute that you're trying to learn my language, because that tells me a lot about you and your willingness. So that's for love. You never know when you're gonna find somebody that may not speak your same language. And the fact that you're able to communicate within a common language, maybe English or maybe another language that you already know. So that's for love. And one thing, you're not 100% sure where I'm at with the, okay. So, and one more thing. So the brain is like a muscle. Although the cells are not the same, the structure has nothing to do, the brain actually is like a muscle. The moment that you stop learning, it will atrophy. That's extremely true. And I believe that's why professors and people at the university, they spend that long time in the university, because they keep learning and learning and learning every day through an investigation, through research, to sharing with other people, with other cultures. And Erasmus is one thing that's a beautiful thing in here in the university, that you're able to learn every day. And the fact that people were mentioning, whenever you first start a job, if you start a job and you stop learning, then you get bored and then you start thinking about moving to other topics. But if you continue learning, and if that learning means another language, it's still beautiful. Thank you very much for everyone. Thank you.